All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, December 26th. I hope everyone had a very nice Christmas yesterday and you're having a nice, relaxing Stephen's Day or Boxing Day, whatever you might call it. The crossword today is set by Arachne. I've enjoyed her crosswords in the past. I think we got one last month and maybe the month before. Anyway, let's see what Arachne has for us. Belittle fine hair, reportedly grizzled. Well, reportedly grizzled must be a homophone. But then I think we must put fine hair, something for that before it, and it's going to mean belittle. Um, what's fine hair? Down? Can you? I know down can be feathers, but I think you can also have down as in hair on your arm. Um, but I can't. Well, down could be a belittle type word. Downplay, down something. Don't see it though. Let's try. Speaking of down, slowly speak of attraction and pull at last. Well, pull at last. Excuse me. Would be the last letter of pull an L. And we put a four-letter attraction. To slowly speak might be to drawl. So an attraction can be a drawl. All right, computer model of firearm we designed. So 9 letters, I think an anagram of firearm we. And I think we have a wireframe, which is sort of a modern reference. Although I think wireframes in one form or another have been around for a long time. The physical ones. Oh yeah, it does look like belittle. I can't think of that word. And then a homophone. What is grizzled? A grizzled old man, gray or? Yeah, don't see it. Scott sawing a leg off. That's a great clue. But I've no idea. Could it be a famous Scott? We've had Robert Louis Stevenson before. But sawing. Oh, leg off, of course, is a cricket position, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know what that might be a reference to. Start to adjust ball bearing very early. Start to adjust would be an A. And then maybe a word for a ball. And then a bearing could be a compass direction, north, south, east, or west. And the whole thing would mean very early. No. It's a very rainy day here in the Dallas area, by the way, so I have the light on and that you may hear rain in the background. Completely timeless vamp is supremely powerful woman. Ah, well, time can be represented by T, so I thought, okay, we're going to have to think of a word for a vamp and then remove any T's from it. And then I was thinking, well, what would be a supremely powerful woman? Could be an empress. And the vamp then is a temptress, and we remove the two T's. Ah, yes, so I said grizzled might be grey, but then in the past tense, grade. So to downgrade something might be to belittle it. All right. Ooh, so now our Scott begins with G. No, can't think of one. And so that does begin with an A indeed. All right, I'm going to carry on with the downs for a little bit. Asked criminal to cover me heading off. I think asked maybe the definition, criminal to criminal can be an anagram indicator, but I don't think that's the case here. To cover me with its first letter off. Yeah, I'm wondering about bade, B-A-D-E, if someone bade you to come, asked you to come. Although I think it's more like ordered, isn't it? Anyway, complies with order, knocking stuffing out of yobs. Well, if you comply with an order, you obey. So, and we do have three of those. Well, actually, we have all those letters in obeys from yobs, but yeah, I don't quite see how that would work. Badly manage, squeamish, and lethargic nurses. Well, nurses, there are abbreviations for an actual nurse, but this could be one where a word for lethargic nurses, say a word for squeamish, and it's going to mean then badly manage. Yeah, don't see that. All right, back to the acrosses. Liberal, dawns, prosper, and flourish. Liberal might be L. Oh, dawns, of course, we're supposed to think about the people, but it might be that similar to nurses, it puts on a word for prosper, and then the whole thing means flourish. Now, is that the noun a flourish or the verb to flourish? Yeah. Prosper, yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. All right, how about vessel of canoers that oddly disappeared? So I think we're going to take the even letters from canoers that, and we're going to get a orta, which is one type of a vessel, all right. All right, vacuity of victor, annoying in spades. Well, I'm just thinking another word for vacuity might be emptiness, which fits, but I'm not seeing how the wordplay. Victor can be the letter V. Annoying. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's more V followed by an anagram of in spades. Yeah, so I think it's vapidness. Yeah, there we go. Radical female sib enthralled by French painter. Could be radical. Or it could be a painter. I'm not thinking of a painter, L something, F Lafayette, or radical like lefty, lib. Female sib would be cis, so it could be aunt as well, or ma. Oh no, sib, of course, has to be cis. And that's enthralled by French painter. Yeah, not seeing it. Bones, huge as boomerangs. Oh, that's great. I'm thinking boomerangs is a reversal indicator. Huge as, but what's the as? If we reverse as, that only leaves us two letters for our huge. And then we get some bones. No, argue with Republican point of view. I think Republican will be R. Yeah, I'm thinking argue. Argue might be the definition, so it'll be R followed by a word for point of view. R, it's a word for argue, followed by R, meaning a point of view. No. Virile chap, explosive and well practiced. Virile chap. No, don't see that. President pursued by fat lover. Okay. I think this might mean lover, and we have to come up with. Oh, president, of course, can be P, as we had recently, that tricked me for a while. Or it could be the name of a former president. But I'm thinking it might just be P, and then a 6-letter word for fat, and that's going to mean lover. PL, PR. Oh wow, the rain is really coming down now. All right, one more across and then we'll go back to the downs. United relegated from league after midfielders first. International benefit. Wow. I'm thinking benefit might be the definition. United can be represented by U, as in MU for Manchester United. And relegated might mean pushing it further down in the word. And that's going to come after M for midfielders first. And then I'm thinking I for international. What is league? And then what's a word for benefit? Nope. All right. Badly manage. Oh yeah, we looked at that one. Stuffed admiral in hold. Well, I just thought hold might be the definition as a wrestling hold, and I think the only one I know. Well, I suppose I know the half Nelson, but then there's also the full Nelson, and if you're stuffed, you're full, and Admiral Nelson. All right. Timid setters have to entertain a couple of kings. I think timid will be the definition, some hyphenated word, something like soft-spoken. Setters. Now, Arachne might be referring to herself, so I plus me, maybe. Mild something. Have to entertain a couple of kings. Well, there we have the usual K, R, CR, ER. Oh, there's a milk toast. Now, you sometimes see it spelt with a Q, but no, I don't quite see that how that would work. All right. Lover wearing scent picked up at counter. The scent picked up might be a reversal for a down clue. And then it's going to be a counter, which could be to counter something. No. Sweetie left in bottle. I think we may have a word for sweetie, as in your dear, your darling, followed by an L for left. Oh, maybe port. And it's going to mean bottle. No. All right, let's see if this might begin with an M. Recalling one's bet is bad move. Oh, a misstep. Maybe. A bad move. Recalling one's bet. No, I don't like that. I'll leave it in for now, but yeah, it could be some other miss word. Can, probably, empty potty. Well, empty potty might just leave P and Y. So a word for probably might go before PY. And it's going to mean can. No. Thick journalist is doomed. Well, I'm thinking the journalist is editor, and we put a word for thick before that, fat, and if I suppose doomed to something, you're fated to it. Ooh, so well, let's finish the downs first today. Observed, articulate, contretemps. Wow, that's a great clue too. Could it be a triple definition as the thunder rolls? Observed as in saw, or observed as in observed a holiday? Articulate or articulate? No. All right. Heartily necking beer and cabbage. Oh, well, I think the heart of the word, excuse me, necking would be the K, and beer might be ale, and so you get kale. Fed up of bad serfs running amok. Well, surely running amok is telling us to anagram of bad serfs, which is 10 letters, and it's going to mean fed up. Well, I think it must be OFF, and I think we're going to get brassed off. That was a nice film with Tara Fitzgerald many years ago. Secrets of Earl and Girl behind Boozer. All right. Well, behind Boozer sounds like wordplay, so I think that, well, then the definition would be secrets, which is plural. Ah, well, misstep, of course. I'm not, very confident in, so let's get rid of that. Earl, is it a famous Earl, or can an Earl be an E, or Lord maybe, or and girl has to go behind Boozer, which could be bar or inn. I kind of like inn, but I don't see it. All right, limited name dropping is entertaining. Ah, another good clue, but I don't see that. Fulfill desire to be master. Is that a double definition? Fulfill and then desire. Desire to be master. I don't think that has a single word, does it? All right, New Englander in Danish territory. I'm wondering if it's an anagram of Englander I presume it's still going to end in, oh, in fact, yes, it is, I think, autonomous, but some still relation to Denmark. And some fatuous individual is going around saying he wants to buy it for the United States. All right, so let's see. Recalling one's bet is bad move. Oh, how about, yes. One is I am or I am, and that is recalled or reversed. And a bet might be a stake to give us mistake. Let's see. Yeah, we've looked at everything once. Oh, so there's one of our kings, I think. I mean, the anar could be there, but I think that's unlikely. Not too many KR words in English, I think. So I wonder if anar might be there. R, of course, could be another K, meaning timid. Yeah, what is that five-letter word beginning with K? KN? Setters have to entertain a couple of kings. No, don't see it. Ooh, our can now. Probably empty potty. I'm not, yeah, I'm thinking now it's unlikely to end in PY. I can only think of lippy for lipstick. Lumpy. And we would have a Y there for fulfill, desire. Oh, a desire could be a yen. Oh yeah, so maybe it makes a word for master. Oh yeah, I think actually it might be. I think fulfill might be to do, and then a yen and to be a doyen of some field, I think is to be a master. Not exactly confident in that, but I'll leave it in. But then what is the word for probably? Of course, probably gives us py. Ah, yeah. Oof. Ah, it's the other way around. We have a word for can, which could be the loo, and then probably that was, yeah, like that's where the py comes in. And if you're potty, you are loopy. All right, now we're observed. Oh, observed might be, yes, seen in the past tense. And if you articulate or speak the word for a contretemps as a scene, S-C-E-N-E, then it's a homophone for scene, S-E-E-N. All right, now our sweetie. Yeah, I was really thinking this would end with L. Sweetie left in bottle. Don't see it. Oh, our secrets ends in A. Yeah, I'm thinking it's some like mystical secrets, not the Kabbalah, or Apocrypha or something like that. I'm sure I'll know this word, but don't see it. All right, our timid now. Yeah, let me pause and ponder the pertinent possibilities. I was thinking about the N being there, and I thought, oh, something need, not knock need, but I think weak. Weak need is timid. Oh, so I think setters have to is, well, I was going to say we need. Ah, it is, I think we need, and it entertains A plus a couple of kings, two Ks. I think that's how that works. All right. Benefit. Yeah, don't see it. Oh, now our secrets begin with E. Yeah, I'm going to pause and think about what the second letter might be. Ah, I did have to go to wordplays.com. I was not getting it. And it's esoterica. I suppose hidden knowledge of the past. And so Earl must be E. A boozer is not a pub with a person in there, a sot. And the girl is Erica. All right. All right, this now must be an ing word. Sweetie. Ah, so maybe it is a dessert and we put an L for left inside a word for bottle. What is that? I suppose the L would go there. Sweetie. Oh, darling. Oh, and I think if you have bottle, you have bravery or daring. There we go. Here's our president pursued by fat. Ah, the president is Abraham Lincoln. The fat is lard, and is it Abelard and Eloise or Heloise or something like that? Some famous lovers of ancient literature. I'm not exactly sure. Medieval, I think. Let's see. Start to adjust. Well, we have the A. Ball. Bearing. Very early. What's the ball? Like a dance or an orb? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the starting letter of ball. I don't think it's going to be AB. I think it would have said starts to adjust ball. Bearing. All right, here's our Scott now. Is that a famous... Oh, it could be a Glaswegian. Ah, yes, my goodness. I must have celebrated too much yesterday, but off, of course. Probably the best known anagram indicator, one of them. And sawing a leg has 10 letters, and that gives us our Glaswegian. All right, our radical female sib, enthralled by French painter. Yeah, I'm finding it hard to, I mean, something like life or lift. I think life is probably the most likely, but I don't think we can fit cis in there now. Female sib. Enthralled by French painter. Oh, I definitely should be able to get that. All right, how about argue with Republican point of view. Width is W. Republican is R, and a point of view might be an angle, and that gives you wrangle. So it's something like adverse, but meaning very early, I think. Oh, I should be able to get that. Yes, I think this might be bade, or bad if you prefer, because I think if an act that is criminal might be bad, and it does cover ME, but you take the heading of me off. All right, now liberal dons prosper and flourish. Yeah, so prosper, something prospers, I think it booms maybe, and so is bloom flourish? Yeah, I'm not very happy with that one. But I'm going to go ahead and check this. It is right, but I don't fully understand it. And this one is definitely looking like obeys. But other than, I think order can be abbreviated to O as in the order of merit. And then knocking stuffing out of yobs. Yeah, let me check that one. That is right too, but don't fully get it. And this badly manage. Yeah, I think it must be a obviously not mismanage, but squeamish with lethargic. So what's the word for lethargic that might go around a word for squeamish? Mishandle, maybe? Lethargic. No, I'm not sure about this, but let me go ahead and check that one. That is right as well. Squeamish, I'm just not seeing a word. Oh, it's a hidden clue. So the nurses is not one word goes around another, but just the phrase squeamish and lethargic. Nurses. That makes sense. Now our bones, huge, as huge is OS for oversize, and then the word as does boomerang or go backwards, and ossa. Is it the Latin for bones? I think. All right, our virile chap. Oh, I wonder if that could be a stud. Because I'm thinking studied might be well practiced. Oh, an explosive might be an IED, improvised explosive device, I think it stands for. All right, lover. Oh, I think it's inamorata, wearing scent, picked up at. Yeah, so I think we have two reversals. I think counter is telling us to counter the word at at the end, and picked up scent is aroma. Oh, and I think wearing is in. If you're wearing a dress, you're in a dress. Okay. All right, United relegated from league after midfielders first. International. Not sure about that. I. And benefit. Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe relegated is saying to completely take the U out of league. And then mileage. But how is I think maybe if you get a lot of mileage out of something, you get a lot of benefit from it. I think that's how that's working. All right, limited. Name dropping is entertaining. So I think maybe there's a word for limited and we drop an N for name and we get a word for entertaining. But I can't think what that would be. Could smart be entertaining? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm going to pause and think about what that could be. Well, I was thinking about the possibilities and I thought of the word scant might be a synonym for limited. And then I think if you drop the N from that, you get scat, which is a form of singing that might be entertaining, but I'm not very hopeful, but I'm going to check it. It is right. Did I come up with the right explanation? That one seems a bit of a stretch, unless I am missing something very obvious. All right, we have our radical female sib. Watto, no, and then very early. Yeah, I'm going to have to use, I think, word plays for both of these. Let me try it for 4 down first. So I think it is advance. And I think it works that we have the start to adjust. A ball is a dance, and it bears or contains within it V for very, and therefore early. Advance tickets, early tickets. I'm not exactly sure how that works. All right, and then what is this word, radical? Left winger, of course, would be a radical. Female, sib, enthralled by French. I don't understand that one at all, so we'll have to head to 15 squared. All right, I'm going to do the check all. I'm expecting something to drop out. No, it's a Christmas miracle. Everything is still there. All right, let's go to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Andrew, a Boxing Day treat to see a puzzle from Arachne, fairly gentle one, beautifully constructed. All right, yeah, L in boom to prosper and bloom. Yes, of course, yeah, I think if a young person blooms, they flourish, I think. Or a flower, of course, if it blooms, it's flourishing. Left winger, F for female. Twin is sibling in leger. Okay, I'm not familiar with leger. 19, mileage. Benefited as in you won't get much mileage out of that, all right. And then scant, after removing the misleading hyphen, we get name and entertained by scat. Oh, that's very clever. All right, now I see it. So name and a FRN and a dropping is entertaining it. Excellent. Doyen, yeah, was do plus yen. And on the downs, I think there's just obeys. OBE is an order. with the outer letters of Yobs. Okay. Anyway, I think people are going to be happy with this one. Super puzzle. What a wonderful web she weaves. Yeah, so I think that was a very nice treat to get on St. Stephen's Day, our Boxing Day. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a wonderful day.